Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Cymatics, and today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a new way to send your signals to an effect. Signal I mean by your sound, your instrument, whatever you want to call it. Today we created a subtractor with a basic loop, and this is what it sounds like. Okay, basic loop. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing you should do is right click on the mixer and go to create, and we're going to create a reverb. Okay, so what I created was the RV7000. Let's just rename that reverb. We don't need to call it by its long advanced name. Okay, now the way that this reverb hooks up by default when you toggle to the back is it goes to the auxiliary input and the auxiliary output. What that does is it sends everything from channel 1 to the auxiliary reverb by this knob here. Okay, which is cool. It works, you know. I don't like to mix that way because it doesn't give me as much control over what I'm mixing. So the way when I get ready for the mixing process, I'd like to send my sounds through an effects that's on its own fader. Okay, because when it's on its own fader, I have more control. You know, you have your EQs here, and then you have other auxiliary sends here, so you can affect just the sound of this reverb on this instrument. Right now it's all coming through this fader. Okay, it goes from this fader to the reverb, from the reverb back to this fader, and you EQ everything together. Okay, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the output from the auxiliary send, and we're going to send the reverb to its own channel. We'll send it to channel 2. Okay, so now you have the arpeggiate on channel 1 and the reverb on channel 2. Haha, now we got something we can work with, because when I send it, look at that. Now you might be wondering, okay, what's the point of that? Well, I just told you, not only does it give you more control over this reverb here, but it also allows you to free up space. And what I mean by that is it makes it sound more realistic. It makes it sound like it's in a more realistic room. Okay. And you can do that for up to 4 auxiliary sends. You know, we can create, I don't know, let's create a delay. Okay, and that's not hooked up right, and we'll hook it up correctly. Obviously, auxiliary input here, auxiliary output here, and now when I hit play, I can also send, now that I have it hooked up this way, I can send this channel to auxiliary 1. You see, and with that, it just gives you more control over your mix and your sound. So you know, when you're throwing on effects, you know, just keep that in mind, that you want it to sound realistic, and you want to be able to have more control over it. Don't forget to subscribe. Once again, my name is Cymatics, and if you have any questions, you know, go ahead and leave them on the comments, or if you want to know how to do something in Reason, if I know how to do it, I'll be more than happy to tell. So, thanks, guys. Later.